Bum, bum. Audio is working. Yes, okay. Alright, what was I even doing? I was gonna talk to Cowboy. Do I even have a voice for Sean? I don't think so. But, let's see. It was Sean, wasn't it? Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Are you really a prosecutor? You just look like an old guy to me. Marathon stream to finish the game, totes. Yeah, totally. I am. An old guy. Charmed, I'm sure. Oh, they don't give me Edward's profile to show me his age right now. Badge first, then we'd talk. I don't have my badge right now. Then how do you expect people to believe you're a prosecutor? Woo, he's not the friendliest, huh? You want me to try talking to him? Why not? I doubt it can hurt. I was never good with children. Crime. Hey, Captain. Yes, I'm committing a crime right now. Honestly, this game was canceled today, and I can tell that I'm not, like, at my best. So I figured in order to get a healthy amount of streaming in, I needed to do it now while I still had energy. If you know what I mean. I know it's cow, but I look at the sweater and I can't help thinking ladybug. Sean Fenn. So, you're an actor, right, Sean? I am homesick. All my patients canceled, so I know exactly what you mean. Very fair. I'm sorry you're sick, Captain. I hope you get better soon. Yeah, so what? That's amazing! You're so cool! It's not that big a deal. So Kay's approach seems to be having an effect. I mean, he is a young boy, and an older teen girl is, like, talking to him. Okay. We don't... Fen is 13. Okay. Just had to double check. Yesterday, I started watching the anime, what is it? The Dangers of My Heart. And that kid's 14 in there, and he's just the most, like, oh my god, a girl, young boy ever. So, those horns of yours. Yeah, what about them? Oh, those? The makeup department made them. The character he plays has a special psychic link with the Taurosaurus. Oh, I forgot about the Taurosaurus. The horns allow him to communicate with his giant friend. Isn't that right, Sean? Just shut up, will you? Not the milk. They don't need to know all that stuff. Oh, sorry. Well, the power dynamic here seems to be pretty obvious. Still, that's kind of amazing, huh? The lead character in a movie. There's something about having this conversation, and in the faded background, we see the dead body of the president of Zenfa. Like, there's no decorum in the Phoenix Wright universe, which, I mean, there never has been. But... While you're still in elementary school, that's crazy. Oh. Oh, does he look short for his age? Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger. What? But look at him. He's so little and cute. And the backpack. I just thought. The backpack's part of his costume. He's playing a role, remember? Yeah, I guess he is. I guess he is. Huh? But he is kind of small, you have to admit. Oh, we try not to talk about that too much in front of him. I said stop telling people stuff they don't need to know. I'm sorry. So it's part of the role, except for the carton of milk, baby. The dead guy. That's the president, right? Yeah, you know him? You knew him? A little. I met him once. He's meeting with the presidents now. Guy's a real piece of work. Hey, you can't say that. It's not nice. What was so bad about him anyway? Huh. Don't want to talk about it, huh? Fine, I guess. Oh, President Wayne was working with us on the movie. Working with you? How exactly? He had a part, just a cameo, nothing big. So he came to look around the set one time. That would have been when Sean met him. Why put the president in your movie? We heard he was a huge fan of the original Torosaurus. So the studio offered him a little role. They figured it would be good PR. You know, I'm kind of surprised the Phoenix Wright universe hasn't had a Godzilla until now. Last thing I need is amateurs on my set. I told you before, Sean, you can't talk about people like that. And I told you to shut your mouth. I guess he's none too thrilled about the idea of performing alongside non-professionals. Oh, here. What's this? Oh, wait, from yesterday? A photograph. Yeah, I just got them printed. You can keep it if you want. Wow, it's such a great picture! And you brought it especially for me? That's so kind. Thank you. No, it happened to have a spare. That's all. Oh, man. We got a Tsundere Torosaurus, man. I hope you don't mind me asking, but can we take a look at that, too? Oh, sure. Here. So, it was taken yesterday. No footprints, and certainly no body. Who's in the suit? And can it not be Old Bag, please? Missing photo was added. Okay. Did we go up here already? No. Actually, would you mind coming up here there with us? Oh, sure, after you. So, this is the mighty Torosaurus. Huh? He looks different from before. Here, he's way cooler on the flyer. What's with the weird nose ring on this model? Oh, true. Oh, I forgot. You aren't Torosaurus fans. This is the original Torosaurus design from 12 years back. Oh, God.
Are we gonna have a thing where a thing happened 12 years ago and now as well? Are we gonna have a dual case again for the final case? Icarus, yes, I'm doing a crime of illegal daytime streaming.
Huh? So, what's the one on the flyer? That's the all-new Torosaurus. They gave him a makeover specially for the movie.
As you're currently committing a time crime, you have no right to touch. Fair.
He looks so much more contemporary now, don't you think? A makeover? He's totally different. This one's... it's just... a cow.
Oh, that's Medworth. A cow. Also, I gotta say, OG Torosaurus is giving them eyes. Like, the cut crease with, like, the lash is a choice, I must say.
Well, he is just a cow. Or at least he was originally based on a cow. He's a monstrosity.
Oh, God.
A monstrosity? Yeah, the cow's man's best friend.
What?
Reimagined as a terrifying monster.
Makes you wonder what bedroom is large enough for those eyes.
It totally makes you think about the whole new relationship with nature, right? That was the original concept. I think the concept might be a little lost on me.
Me too, I'm afraid. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Well, there's a broken platform here, for one. A wooden table, sadly collapsed. Parts of it are badly scorched.
That's weird. The head should be on that table. But the legs are broken. Guess Torosaurus isn't going back on there now.
The scorch marks look particularly bad where the leg snapped off. I think there might have been fire up here.
Do you think that's what's happened to the legs?
Yes. And when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head
would have fallen down onto the ground below. You're right. The fire caused the head to fall.
Also, remember Penny collects trading cards. She's just this kind of nerd. Sorry, who's Penny? I mean assistant. The fact they still haven't labeled her and she's even mentioned her name is wild. Edgeworth's not beating the allegations of, like, not recognizing women. Ugh. Sorry, one second. Someone just messaged me. Okay, sorry about that. Indeed. And I also happen to have an idea about how the fire may have started. So, you decide not to stream tonight, or are you perhaps going to do the Forbidden Voice Destroying Double Eternity stream? I'm probably only going to stream in the afternoon. I could feel that, like, I wasn't my best today, but I have more energy now than I will in a few hours. So, I'm going to do it now while I'm more awake. And capable of being alive. Oh my goodness. Everyone wants to contact me when I start streaming. What the hell? Okay, we're good. They were all waiting. I had a very quiet, peaceful morning. But no, right now when I've started streaming.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll make sure somebody moves them.
Yeah, it do that way when you stream at unusual times. I mean, it's true. But also, like, I don't think anyone usually contacts me during the daytime hours. Okay. We're gonna figure out this cow crime. Which makes it the question of what could have started the fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning and boom. Alright. The cow crime is being delicious. Okay, what is going on here?
Yeah, I think I could probably throw a little baby over my shoulder and carry it out of
here. Oh, I missed the word that. And I'm just like, Kay, what is this non sequitur line that you are speaking? I'm clearly delusional. Okay, anyway. You're not thinking of stealing it, are you, Kay?
No, I was just thinking I could just carry it around with me.
Kidnapping is a form of thievery.
Then, every time you shout objection, I can light you up with it and make you look super cool. Yeah, I can picture it now. You'd look amazing. Well, do I get the job? When do I start?
Hopefully never.
There's a heater here. Do you think it's to keep the crew warm or something?
I would imagine so. It's spring now, but the evenings can still be pretty chilly. It really gets in your bones. I wish it was springtime. But I don't think I get spring till April at the earliest, so...
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. You can start talking like an old fogey. You already look like one. You have to talk young and bright and happy.
Don't call me out, Kay. You may not have noticed, Kay, but that's not exactly my style. You live in Canada, you don't get spring. It's true. I get winter, 2 weeks of season transition, and then summer. These look like cans of paint thinner. I guess they were being used by the prop department.
Look at the ground around them, Mr. Edgeworth. It's all burned.
Indeed, as if the blue sheet underneath, and as is the blue sheet underneath, and the nearby newspaper, and the outside of the cans.
Wait, do you think the Taurosaurus head can breathe fire?
No, I don't think that thing can do anything.
Nah, this old guy doesn't look like the fire-breathing type.
That's not even possible, let alone likely. Still, the fire was started somehow.
The model was made with a promotional event and stuff like that. So people would remember the old Taurosaurus and realize this was a reboot. Yeah, he does look different. People might not get it otherwise.
And just as we thought, his horn is broken.
So the model really is what killed the president?
I think it's a distinct possibility. But there's one thing I don't quite understand.
What's that?
Miss Nichols. Oh my god, Edgeworth does know her name. The model looks very heavy. How do you move it around?
Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. But I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out.
If you happen to not be a member of the cast or crew, for example. She's even in our list as crew member. And then they casually mention that her name is Penny Nichols in the summary. Why? What are they doing to this lady? Is it going to be a plot point? We have to try and remember her name? Once it's in pieces, could one person move it?
Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could.
Torosaurus head has been added. I'm sure I remember that face from somewhere.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth? I know this cow.
Funny, I was just thinking the exact same thing. We know it from the president's plane, of course. Edgeworth refuses to acknowledge she has an identity. And from the auction.
So, President Wayne's plushie...
No, that's Edgeworth. So, President Wayne's plushie...
was a soft toy version of the original Torosaurus.
Can this really be just a coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence at all. I didn't realize I'd messed up that much previously. Alright, I think it's just about wraps for our preliminary investigation.
So, he was killed by...
Yes, by a falling Torosaurus head. At least, that seems the most likely explanation for now.
It came down right on top of him, huh?
God, imagine if how you died was a giant sculpture of a cow head fell on you. That sounds awful. Granted, I don't think being crushed to death would be particularly a great way to go, regardless of what crushed you, but maybe there's something to be said about the humor in that, but I don't know. Alright. Fun fact, that's how you kill someone in Oblivion for an assassin questline. Is it? I don't know that much about Oblivion. So, other than, like, you know, the staples that I picked up from when I played Skyrim. But, like, if you're going for the fun methods anyways. Is Oblivion fun? As someone who never finished Skyrim, should I play Oblivion at some point? Yeah, the Dark Brotherhood gives you murder quests, and each one has a fun method, a la eventual hitman. I see.
Well, they took their time, but here they are. Police, bodyguards, the whole gang.
Oblivion is better, in my opinion, than Skyrim. Okay, good to know. Because they just made that, like, what is it, a remake or a remaster of it semi-recently? I guess to just put out something other than another version of Skyrim on something. Remaster. Gotcha. Mr. President!
It's a little late for that, don't you think?
Curses! Who did this?
Whoever it was made a big mistake. But I promise you this. They'll pay. I'm on their trail already.
What? What do you mean? Sheila, like, you've barely been in the area. How could you already have a suspect? President may have been murdered. But doesn't mean that the extraterritorial... Oh god, fuck, they're bringing the word back. No, I should have known when Lang showed up that this would happen. Our president may have been murdered, but that doesn't mean that extraterritoriality applies. The word.
The police
Local police have jurisdiction. Luckily, I know the right people to talk to. And I just got myself seconded to the case. Lowly one-man outfit or not, I'll be working this one. It sounds like you already have an idea where you'd like to focus your inquiries. More than that, I've already caught scent of my prey. Take a look at this. It's a printout from the security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building. Oh. Welp, I did say we were going to be defending Verity. But Verity's cool with us now. She doesn't need to see how awesome we are at our job. We don't need to convince her anymore. It pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everybody who goes up there. At least there's like a reason why Lang thinks it's Verity. There's like footage of her right before the event. And in this particular case, it recorded the president and his murderer, clear as day.
What was Judge Gavel doing there? He's saying he suspects her of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth, I entrust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use it to call her final judgment onto Excelsius winner. But murder goes against everything she believes in.
Verity, why were you on the set of a dinosaur movie? Or a kaiju movie, I guess. He's not a well, his last name is Saurus, though. So I think it technically that would make it a dinosaur. A cow dinosaur.
Agent Lane, perhaps you could explain your thinking on the matter a little further.
Oh, his not so fast. It's been a while.
I heard a little rumor while I was over at the big building. It was about you, Edgeworth. You're not a prosecutor anymore, are you? Which means you don't have jurisdiction here.
I mean, he's right.
But you want to cross-examine me while I explain my thinking? Why would I agree to that? Curses. Hey, don't be like that. You were the one who just talking about being a lonely one-man outfit. You know what? Maybe it should be you explaining your thinking to me. How come even though you're not a prosecutor, you're still sticking your nose into this case?
Okay, fair.
It's a valid question. Why am I still here? Perhaps I can clarify that with a question of my own, Agent Lang. Why are you so desperate to catch the person who murdered President Wang? Because above all else, you're an investigator, correct?
They're doing a lot of ellipses.
I'm desperate to catch a certain somebody myself. A person who orchestrated a murder at the big building yesterday. A person who put case freedom in jeopardy. Who put her in grave danger. That person is out there somewhere right now, lurking in the shadows, laughing. And until I uncover the truth and make that person pay, it doesn't matter if I'm a prosecutor anymore. I'll keep fighting. Find the truth, and don't give up until you do. That's a rule I live by. You may have the look of a smart guy, but you're a fool just like the rest of us. A fool? You dare? That was just what I needed to hear. Fine. You're in. I've lost my minions,
And you've lost your fancy title. Hey, we're working for Lang? But seems neither of us is prepared to give up on the investigation. Now seeing that we're both so stubborn, how about we go head to head and thrash out the details? To be fair, Lang has never liked prosecutors, so he might like us more now that we aren't one. I'd be honored. But be warned, I won't be going easy on you. I have assassin to catch. And not even you're gonna get in the way of that. Of course, I would expect no less. Let me show you the truth I tore from this case with my bare fangs. Okay. Why I suspect Gavel. Right. So this judge friend of yours met the president up on the roof. And then she pushed him. And he landed right here. This all happened the night before last. People had all been cleared from viewing platform, so it was just the two of them up there. That pretty much sums it up. No doubt about it. She killed the president. Sorry, when you say night before last, when is that in the timeline of everything that's happened? Because we literally just left the building with her. So they're talking about last night when the other murder also happened? Is that what they're saying? It means almost Christmas wasn't Christmas. They were there completely alone. No bodyguards. Because don't we have, well, maybe we don't have that anymore. Like, don't we have the log where she went into the building at a certain time? Okay, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm sure it all lines up somehow. None. I checked. His security detail had no idea he even went up there. Must have gone in secret. Maybe it was a conversation they didn't want anybody to hear. But what kind of conversation? And how were the two of them even connected? Seems President spoke to the owner of the building ahead of time. He had him set aside a viewing platform just for the two of them. And it was the president asking. Guess the guy wasn't about to refuse.
So the last person to see the president alive really could have been...
Yep. Gavel. Did you say her name was? Her.
His argument certainly isn't completely without merit, but I notice at least one glaring hole in his reasoning. That's where I need to focus my counterattack.
The president's security detail is constantly pretty bad, except for Rook. Rook fought off Shelly to kill her. He was a badass. But now he's dead and they all suck. Thank you for Banhammer. But that doesn't... No, that doesn't help. This all happened the night before last. So not last night, but 2 nights ago, and then this was yesterday. Okay, we're good. I'm like, I think that's the thing. Like, the timing is off, right? Shilon Lang, former star agent of Interpol. How the mighty have fallen. Edgeworth, that's a kind of a loaded statement. What? Take a look at this picture. It's a behind-the-scenes shot of some of the cast and crew.
Look at those smiles. Well, maybe not Sean's, but you know what I mean.
And it was taken only yesterday.
What?
If Judge Gavel really did kill President Wang the night before last, the body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture. So, okay. I assume the reason he thinks it's the night before last is because this is logged on the... So this happened at 12:05 p.m. on the 4th. I've already forgotten what day it is now. I'm going to say it's the 6th, considering they're saying the night before last. Which would imply that if he, in his theory, Gavel pushed him, and then they didn't find the body till this morning. Except that's not true, obviously. The body would have been clearly visible in the background of this picture.
What?
Perhaps you should have taken a little more time to speak with those involved. After all, thorough witness interviews form the basis of any good investigation, as you should know.
I don't think I've ever seen you so happy, Mr. Edgeworth. You really do love backing your opponents into a corner, huh?
Fine, you got me. Must have been a while. I almost missed it. Perhaps if you try to stay a little calmer while conducting your investigation in the future. Don't push your luck, Edgeworth. Lang Shi says, the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be calming down anytime soon, not until we've caught the president's killer. I want the same thing. We all do, but nonetheless. Edgeworth, it's so much hotter when I'm backing a guy into a corner. I mean, what? The body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. And there's one other thing you'll need to accept. The president didn't die from a fall.
That's right. He was crushed by a falling head of a giant monster.
The incident occurred here on the movie set, not at the top of the big building. Says you, but that's just your theory. I'm not about to give up my own just because of it. But it literally can't have happened the night before last. We just proved that with this picture. Did you? What if your friend Gavel pushed the president off the big building the night before last? And then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere? That's elaborate. I also think it's a little too convoluted for Verity to come up with as her killing method. I think Verity wouldn't be caught if she actually killed someone. Hey, CJ. Let's be real here. Here. But where? There's all kinds of stuff down here. Costumes, equipment. You could hide it anywhere. And then come back a day later. Last night, in other words, to take it out again. We just need to check the lot for trace evidence, and we'll find where she put it. Objection! And in Lang's defense, he doesn't know Verity personally. I guess that's fair. He does not. He's just basing this off of the fact that he saw her on the tape. Assuming an elaborate stupid murder method is fair in AA verse. Yeah, I guess. There won't be any need for that. What? This piece of evidence proves that Judge Cavill can't have hidden the body. I guess because it was locked and she doesn't have keys. Is it that simple? It's that simple. Okay. But thankfully, I kind of remember. Like, there's not that much evidence yet, right? Like, there's just all the cow stuff, the videotape, and then, like, how everything was locked up. Okay. Both entrances to this lot were locked, And we already know that the chain on the side of the gate was cut only last night. Right. There's that too. Grr. Judge Cavil had no way of getting in here to hide the body the night before last. Gah! But murder has to have happened 2 nights ago. Does it? Why are you so set on believing that? Because if you remember, that picture was a printout from a video, and there was more. There was more. How long is this video? And how many theme songs are playing in the background of it that involve badgers? Why, I still suspect Gavel. There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up on the roof with the president. It shows her heading back to the elevator alone. You know what there's no footage of? The president himself leaving that roof. There's no other way he could have gone down from the top of the building that high. Unless he was pushed by Gavel. You say the president was never observed returning from the viewing platform? Yeah, cameras pointed at the elevator door the whole time. If anybody else had come up or down, it would have been on to that tape. In other words, the presence of the camera ensures that nobody could have left unnoticed. Unless he went down into the auction room. That's going to be the answer, right? I see. That's not good news for Judge Gavel. Yeah, because he went to the roof, and he's like, there's no other way off of the roof. Except there is a way. We're familiar with that.
Vanishing from the rooftop 100 feet in the air? Yeah, that's a tricky one, all right.
Kay, you know the answer to this question. Indeed, even the Yatakarasu can't actually fly.
Well, not yet anyhow. Just need a little more practice.
Please don't tell me you think you can learn. Also, I still have Kay's pin. But it's on her cloak. Kay was recovering from a head wound. I guess so. There's no other way he could have gotten down from the roof of the building that high. Because we have all the information on the building. What's in here? Oh, it's just tall. There's an entrance to the hidden... Okay, it says in the summary, though. Actually, there was another way. Apart from the elevator? What do you mean? You're not about to... I'm... Okay. Recenter. You're not about to tell me that he flew. He didn't need to. It was much simpler than that. Assuming the president knew what we know, of course. Namely, that the big building was hidden on the 51st floor. Has a hidden 51st floor. What? That's right, a hidden floor. With a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator. What? But you said it was hidden, right? That it was a secret? How would the president even know about it? It's an interesting question, and one I don't have an answer to just yet. For now, this is just a theory. So what are we talking about exactly? What is this hidden floor of yours? Sounds like the kind of place your little ninja friend would happily spend time in.
No, I hate it there. Don't make me go back.
Unfortunately, Kay's memories of it are far from happy. There's a secret storeroom up there where they kept the lots for an underground auction. And by underground, I mean up in the sky. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday. Underground auction? What the heck are you trying to say? The President Wayne was involved somehow? I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility. I mean, they did have his stuffed animal. I'm just saying. They were selling it.
Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems the type.
Ouch. Haroo! Oh yeah, you angered the wolf. He'd never do that. Not the president. Illegal underground auctions? No. He'd nothing to do with that. Nothing. What's gotten into him? I hope you two are feeling lucky. Because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting. Huh, she ran away. You know nothing, neither you. You have no idea how much the people love him, how well respected he is. Okay, but we already know he's kind of a dud. We talked to him in the first case, Lang. Is that really true? I guess we know what lurks behind that seemingly respectable public face. But the people of Zenfar clearly don't. I wonder if I should tell him the truth about his beloved president. No, what good would that do? It would only upset him more. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn, both of us. I can only apologize. Apology accepted. And reciprocated. I'm sorry I got a little carried away. Aw. I'll give Lang this. He knows when to apologize. Most Ace Attorney characters will, like, take their defense to their grave, you know? Or, like, they'll go that hard. They don't, like, oh, yeah, I was wrong about it, ever. But I find Lang usually does, if he finds out he's actually wrong. It's all right, Kay. You can come out now.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president.
Well, ain't you just a fine figure of a man?
Oh, no.
All patriotic and stuff. Such. Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing.
What are you talking about?
Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news.
What?
Ain't no way in heck your palo, the president, moseyed on down VO 51.
Really?
I was hunkered down in that there storeroom the whole dang time. Eyes peeled like oranges.
Of course. She would have already snuck in by that point. Okay, but they were all masked. You've mentioned this. Didn't see the president pass through. Thanks. That's very useful to know. Well, Mr. Prosecutor. What? Guess my theory still stands. Which means I'm not bulging an inch. Nobody saw the president after he met with Gavel 2 nights ago. That's a fact. But it's also a fact that the body appeared only last night. How could the president have fallen from the roof 2 nights ago and only be found today? That seems a little slow as falls go, wouldn't you say? Sure, there are questions still need answering. I'll give you that. Then I guess there's one thing we can both agree on.
Oh yeah? What's that?
The question of exactly what happened here yesterday will require further investigation.
Yeah, I guess all we know for sure is that the body and the footprints appeared during the night.
Officer Lang, we'd like to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind. Fine. It's all yours. Just take care of him, okay? Oh, one last thing. What? Found footprints near the body. I mean, footprints in the footprints, if you will. Little ones, in the, big one. Human footprints in the monster print. Interesting. And what kind of prints? Sir, they were child's footprints, about the size of your average elementary school kid. Oh, golly gee whiz, who could those be? What?
Huh? Elementary school? No, it couldn't be.
Hold it. What now? Miss Nichols?
Oh, I didn't mean to butt in, sorry.
Was there something you wanted to say? What's she so scared of?
There's something I have to tell you. You'll probably think it was pretty awful of me, but,
I'm sure it's nothing you need to be quite so nervous about. Well, what is it?
Last night I came here.
What? You mean you came back to the set? Why?
Well, I just wanted to. I was worried about him, so I came back to check. Check on Sean, I mean.
Sean, the boy. Makes sense. Penny, the poor AD. Oh god, did an actor commit murder again on set? Now, last time it wasn't an actor, but a director who committed the murder.
Yes, you see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse. Wow, he really takes his job seriously, huh? Well, this movie is his first lead role. He's trying so hard to make it perfect.
So she might have seen what happened last night. Around what time was this?
Let's see. It was already after 10, I think. It looked like it might be about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. And when I got here, well...
You saw something, didn't you?
Yes, Sean was there on his own running his lines. And towering above him there was this long, like really, really long neck. Neck? Yes, with skin, like an enormous worm. It was like a dinosaur.
Ooh-wee! You mean it must be Gordy. Good old Gordy. Oh no, Heart's like, yeah, Gordy, that's my boo. I took pictures of you. You done give me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now.
What? Now Gordy's involved too. Yeah, I think he might be. I was as surprised as you are. Although, I guess Sean was practicing being a kid who can communicate with monsters.
Hot dang, you're right. How could, he could have been communicating with for real with them little horn doohickeys of his. Oh my god. I'm struggling, apparently. Alright. Lotta, why couldn't you have left at the end of case 4? This is the price of not having old bag in this game, but still it hurts. I mean, if you think about it, in the previous game, we had old bag for 2 cases. They had to have at least... It was either... Let me ask you this. Would you prefer more Larry or more Lotta? If you had to pick between the two evils, which is the lesser?
Right, but it seemed like more like he was kind of looking up and talking right to him. It was like they were friends. It's pretty weird, right?
Dang tootin' it's weird. Weirder than a mustache on a mule. How could he cheat on his best pet monster pal like that? Ah, yes, the classic. Would I rather have my privates crushed or twisted? Let me consider. I fear movies and reality might be getting a little mixed up here. And you were absolutely certain that's what you saw.
Oh, yes, but no, only for a moment. I was so shocked and just turned and ran.
Well, how about that, Mr. Prosecutor? A mysterious beast to contend with. Don't tell me you believe this nonsense, Agent Lang. The monster's angle's neither here nor there. But I think we have a pretty good idea now who we need to speak to next. Yon Mr. Fenn. If he really was here last night, then there's a good chance that he saw something. My thoughts exactly. Prosecution calls Sean Fenn to the stand. Yeah, he's not here.
Sean ran off just a moment ago.
What?
We need to go to get after him.
Okay, it is the 6th today. Thank you for confirming that for me, game. Big Building Plaza. Lana's running with us too.
Where the heck did he go?
I guess if you were to ask me, I probably would favor Larry showing up over Lana, but I think that's only because Larry tends to be around when Edgeworth gets more character development. If nothing else, to be like a foil to it, but like, because he's someone that Miles has a closer relationship with, kind of, it tends to fare better story-wise when he's there. But I don't think that makes me like him more. Lana, for the most part, it's just there to be a headache and have a picture that is blurry and hard to read. That's fair. All Lana brings is pain and suffering.
You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure. Or maybe you went on lamb.
Nah, you're just overthinking things, surely.
He's a child, Agent Lang. There's no way he killed the president. Not on his own. Who said he was on his own, huh? Maybe that monster gave him a hand. Maybe he summoned one of his creature feature pals to help him. Yes, very funny. I'm not saying the kid did it. Not for sure, anyway. Not yet. But he's our most important witness right now, and we need to find him. I don't think Ace Attorney has made a child the actual murderer in any case. So that should be your first hint there, Lang, but... I guess you could argue Regina Berry is by proxy, but... Can't all be Witch Hunter Robin and the psychopath 7-year-old. True. It's Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth!
Hey, it's Gummy!
Oh, Aw, he ran away!
He ran away!
What was that about?
Well, just goes to show you that the police force can't be trusted.
Are you saying you intend to continue investigating the president's murder alone?
Yeah, so what? Well, last time we met you, you had about 800 other agents helping you.
Sure, but I told you, I'm a lone wolf now. You got a problem with that? I don't need lackeys, and I don't need friends. All I need are these veins right here. Lang, what happened? I mean, to be fair, Lane's subordinate ended up being the big bad in the last case. Well, I say big bad, one of the working for. And I guess he took that personally.
Keeps things nice and simple.
No lackeys, no friends. With all the times Maya was accused, it's not like the series was trying. I don't need friends, I'm happier alone, has said nobody happier alone.
Anyway, catch you both around. Hee. Things just done got interesting. And sounds like I got my work cut out for me. 2 big beasties on the prowl. Hell-wee. It's raining scoops. If I don't catch at least one name, I ain't no shutterbug worthy of the name.
Wow, this all got kind of complicated, huh? I'll be 1 second. Okay, there we go. It did. The Torosaurus footprints were bad enough. Now Gordy. This might as well be a movie. Well then, we'd better get our monster hunting shoes on. I suppose we had. You know, I think I just realized that Kay has the, like, gum fruit pattern on her shirt. I think that's on the gum fruit, right? With all the swirlies. Although maybe that's not uniquely that fruit, but either way. It's weird I don't think I considered until you mentioned it last time how this case does start with real, not Final Case vibes. It does! I was talking with Sam, and it's just like... They love to do, like, movie entertainment stuff so they can do how did it's. They can have, like, all these weird, like... Oh, how do you solve this case that has to do with weird other... It could be magic, even, you know? Like, that's just kind of the vibe it's giving off right now. I mean, a lot of devil fruits have swirlies, but that might be the pretty gum fruit. I suppose we have... Wait, what? I suppose we had... Huh? Who's that? Who did you see? It's one of Agent Lane's old team. Wait, his subordinates are here? But they're not working for him? I've come across a few of them on the previous cases, but this one's on his own. Excuse me. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, long time no see. How come you're not with Agent Lane? Shifu, he's not technically my boss anymore. Oh no, did he also lose his equivalent to his prosecutor badge? Really? What happened? You remember that case from the month or so back? The Yatagarasu case. How could we forget? How many times will I say Yatagarasu in this next few bit? You made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close as to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you could come and still keep your job. I mean, I wouldn't blame Lang for that. Indeed, I guess that was pretty close. Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility, so they disbanded our team. Wow, that's harsh. But it explains why he's now a lone wolf, as he puts it. So, what are you doing here? To tell you the truth, I was worried about... Oh, his team is worried about him. See, Lang, your people love you. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise. 12 years? Why is there so many, like, oh, this case from years ago? Apparently that's just a staple of Miles Edgeworth investigation games. They just love their, oh no, 10 years ago. Oh no, 12 years ago. Although they did that too in the original. What am I talking about? 12 years ago? What does that mean? Sorry, I already said too much. I'd better be on my way. These ghosts of Agent Lang's. Could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating? It's funny because, like, obviously in Ace Attorney, you can't really do the, like, here, let's do a baby case as Phoenix, because we literally did his first case ever. Could they have something to do with the case we're currently investigating?
Well, looks like everybody left except for us. What do we do now?
Good question. Miss Hart went off monster hunting, and I guess Agent Lang is busy trying to track down Yan Shan. Perhaps we should try investigating another angle.
What kind of angle?
Somebody needs to get Judge Gavel's side of the story.
Oh yeah, you're right. What did she say again?
Please forgive me, but I'd better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit.
I guess the trial will be beginning right about now.
Indeed. I think we'd better head down to the courthouse, don't you? Oh my god, we're going to a courtroom, guys!
All right, let's go.
Well, and now it would be messed up to do a baby Phoenix case when he had so many baby lawyers he's looking after. Yeah. Oh, Eddie is defending and Francisca is prosecuting. This is fun. And Gavel, look at this power trio in this courtroom. Okay.
The defense is the defense ready to proceed?
Bring Eddie and Gavel back.
You bet. Bring it on, Big G. The prosecution has been ready for some time.
The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared. So Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Good for them.
Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in the prison, an institution of judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was a warden at said prison carries grave implications.
Also, okay, I guess Phoenix can have another daughter-aged character in his orbit. Why not? Cool, new judge angle for Gavel. Yee!
These two facts combined with the caused pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then, the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin. Mr. Fender, Miss von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice.
Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? This is her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me, though. Gang didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, Fran? Everything cool over there on your side?
It's hardly ideal for a prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice cannot sit around waiting for him to grow a spine.
Beardless judge feels wrong. Very fair.
So evidence has been handed to me. Yes, I am ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused Fifi Lagarde to the stand.
With her coat still. Oh god, what did I do for Fifi again?
I invite the prosecution to make an opening statement. Alright, the accused was... Hold it.
Let me stop you right there, darling.
What is it, Mr. Lagarde?
Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here.
Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you.
But will they, dear? Really? Fine, carry on if you must. I fully intend to. You can stay quiet for the moment. What voice did I do for Fifi? Perfectly goes back to Fifi's voice, the Katie Flex. I think Fifi's voice is just really easy to fall back into because there's something about the word darling that just kind of like sets the tone of the sentence, you know? The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Langarde worked as a warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. The prosecution's case will show that Miss Langarde took him from the holding cell and murdered him. She did it with this knife. Huh? Something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that? No! The evidence! Uh-oh.
What gives, Fran? Everything okay?
That's not good. The evidence is missing?
The murder weapon, it's not here. And neither is
Bohid Harma Canis's chisel. I am not going to even try to say that name in a bad German accent. Holy man. Okay.
What? Say it ain't so.
Silence! Silence! Miss Mangharma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, Then that's exactly Then what exactly are we doing here? Really, darling, you shouldn't have volunteered to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. Damn. I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. God damn it, Winner.
Little boy Winner strikes again. Hey, G.
What is it, Mr. Fender?
Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we?
Boo, leave Francisco alone. Jeez, what is this game making me say? The court hereby denies the defense's request. Gavel?
What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio?
She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we?
Objection!
Innocent? I think you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling. And you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me of anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. That.
What?
Verity? Who is... Okay, Verity, who's blackmailing you, girl? Who is blackmailing you, girl? Okay. Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, the court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty.
Objection!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone there, Hasty Pants! You can't go dropping a verdict like that!
Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to a client being acquitted?
Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Warren over there is guilty as heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it.
Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that the fair judgment is afforded to all. Verity can't be doing the Ron thing. She must be being coerced. Like, you're probably not Ron with the level of simping. I will simp as much as I want to. Thank you very much. And as an instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of Judge Gavel, who is present when the murder weapon was found, and the Judge Gavel you see before you in the courtroom today as two entirely different people.
Gee, you're killing me here.
I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available. Also, you know it's bad when the defense attorney's like, but she's guilty of sin.
Objection!
And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little time, and I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Bro, even I know she has no out.
Oh, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor, don't do us like this.
When both of the lawyers are like, hey, extend the trial so we can, fix this. And then she's not responding.
You know something bad's going on.
Very well. The court accepts this request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know. There would be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use that time well. She's only giving them 15 minutes. Understood.
Whew, saved by the bell, huh?
Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. Oh man, we're back here. I mean, this is the courthouse. That makes sense. Third floor lobby. But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did.
Huh?
What's the matter, detective?
It's metal detector, sir. It's reacting to the alligator.
What? How? The metal detector was reacting to something inside her, after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel.
Didn't we just figure out that that isn't a murder weapon?
You might recall that Mr. Canis hid the chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right. The murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. So, did somebody steal it or what? Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, hey, look who it is. It's totally not relevant Simeon and Regina Berry. Miss Berry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch the trial? Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go? The trial for the case was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because we practiced, but it's somewhere around here, right? Simeon? There's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. What? But no, they can't. Hehe, they're not going to arrest you again, are they? Don't say that. No. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? How? I'm gonna guess this is Francisca? How dare he embarrass me like that? Speaking of easy to upset. Yeah. She's pissed.
Franistina, Franderella, chill out, okay? Just chill. Come on, put the whip away. That's it.
I mean, it's also pretty messed up. Simeon's boss just gleefully wondered if he was going to be arrested again. It was pretty messed up. Especially since she has basically caused someone to die.
Idiot! I have a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him, and I will. I'll make him eat a bit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Milester, you gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo.
Guess I'd better at least try. Hey, Francisca.
Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor.
Francisca.
You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life.
What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes.
Don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriating, reasonable look off your face.
Infuriating? Reasonable. I get the feeling just a little bit. That Francisca is still upset about Edward's badge being taken. You think?
You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating.
It's probably better that I don't rise to that. It would be interesting to do mind chess with Francisca. Knight's murder. But I don't think that's going to happen. We might do mind chess with Verity, though, at this rate. Because, obviously, something's going on. I've never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Francisca.
Nor did I, but what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything. And yet, when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile. Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool. The next time I see that little coward, I will whip him into shape that if it's the last thing I do.
You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on people around him. Do I have anything to show her? No, I don't think so. Let's talk to Eddie.
Okay, Meister. So you got the old memory back, huh?
Sure did. I'm me again.
You had me worried 6 ways to Sunday. Not that other K wasn't a blast, too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in.
Yeah. Let's listen to some Eddie theme. And vibe.
No. We need to be thinking about the trial right now, okay?
Yeah, guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? We need to dig up this missing evidence, lickety-split. But we can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. Yeah, it's a stumper, all right. If only we had some kind soul that would offer to go find it for us.
I love this animation. That's an expectant look if I've ever saw one.
Can't help but notice that you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of the righteous with me and your old man, huh?
The committee is my badge, that much is true, but I haven't given up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps.
No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done.
Thank you, Fenda. Aw.
Yeah. If only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. There's been a lot of ellipses this case. Fine, we'll do it.
Way to go, Milesio. You sure?
I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. They have 5 minutes now. No, it's like Mio. They like... the time moves at the speed of plot.
Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? She won't be banging that hammer of hers until you've made it back with the goods, I promise.
Thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fenda. And you, Francisca. How does that sound?
What makes you think I'd accept your help? How about some advice instead, that you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor? Come on, Fran. Clock's tick-tocking here. Time to step up to the plate. Right, fine. We will stall the trial as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead.
I'm glad that you're on board. I could help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Ooh, sounds fun. Can I play?
All right, that would be very helpful, you both. Shall we begin?
I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you?
Oh, well, we need to speak to in order to find out where the evidence went. We have to go talk to Eustace. That's right, the supposed custodian of evidence in question. Eustace Twinner.
Oh, new prosecutor guy?
Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. I mean, if they want to go talk to him instead of us, that's fine. It's like Mio. Cuts to Mio's corpse and files the rest of the Ouroboros drinks around. Flies as the rest of the Ouroboros drinks are around. She's living purely on dreams and wishes, you know, as you do.
Alrighty then. Think we better hurdle and talk the tactics, huh, Fran? Just the two of us. Ow! Don't keep me waiting, Mars Edgeworth.
I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Oh, God.
Oh, Franny Poo, wait up now.
Alright, we'll need to find Mr. Winner, and fast. Hey, Verity. What's up?
Whoa!
Judge Gavel. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. A pleasure, as always.
A pleasure? How is it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now?
Okay, stop it.
But Judge Gavel knows how horrible that woman is. That horrible woman is a killer. Why the heck would she...
Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Judge Verity Gavel is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving. There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of a big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And there's something wrong with that. Only that his body was discovered this morning. Right next to the very same building. Oh. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of the foreign power? Oh wow, I'm going 3 different accents there. I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have my answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her. Oh, are we doing this now? I meant, like, later, Edgeworth. No mind chess right now. It's time to chess. Okay. Judge Gavel met with the president of Zenfar the night before last. It was really funny when you were like, I'm probably going to have to mind Chester 15 minutes before it came up. I thought it was going to be like later when we got into the case. We still haven't even just figured out this Fifi Lagarde stuff. She has 4 pieces. Alright, she doesn't even have any pawns. This isn't the last mind chess either. Oh no! I assume we're gonna have to mind chess like whoever the killer ends up being. Or a difficult suspect. A difficult... Let's say we're gonna mind chess. I'm gonna predict now we're gonna mind chess with Sean Fenn. Because he seems sus. Or he's hiding something. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Not matters that I'm not obliged to discuss with you. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking when she met what she met the president to talk about. Okay. What did you talk to the president about? Perhaps you could begin to tell us what you met with the president Wayne to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which do not intend to share with you. Bide. I am so glad to understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field, even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my... The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You helped us this morning. That's true. You returned Kay's promise notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that fell within the scope of your duties. Oh, wow. That one went down quicker than I thought it was going to. They usually spit around at least once or twice. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you are a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have a feelings, Judge Gavel, and you are allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster. A monster known as Taurosaurus. Every time I see it, it's just like, why? Forgive... Oh, is that true? Wait, what did you just say? Forgive me, I should probably explain. Oh, is that true? Okay, so she knows what Torosaurus is. He died on the set of the movie. He did. Interesting that you should know what Torosaurus is. Oh, I imagined it must have heard about it from Eustace. Oh, is that so, Gavel? Now, to be clear, it wouldn't be that weird to have heard about it, considering they're using the building she works in for the movie set of it. But that's not really what they're getting at here, so. Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building? She isn't fooling anybody. Clearly, she's very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps she won't tell us what she discussed with the president. Maybe Verity killed him. I'll cover up for you, Verity. We should try to find out what else she might be hiding. I am clearly getting under her skin. I need to dig further. Where is Winner? Francisca stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. But how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest solely in ensuring the trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should be surprise no one if the accused goes free. Oh, Gavel. Don't bang me in the head. That's the biting stance. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. Aw, you're worried about someone else as well? Wait, too. Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. You're no servant, you're a person! We are all servants of the law. All of us who stand in... We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else. We're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. Damn. You're right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavel, just tell us the truth. What's going on? What? Oh. That's new. Verity is in distress, guys. Custom Phoenix doing a combo in Marvel. What do I do? What do I do? I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her who this person is that she's so worried about. A professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. What are you worried about? Are you worried about Mr. Winner? Are you worried about No. Are you worried about Mr. Winner? The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him. Yeah, you're all anky. I'm not gonna... He chose to disappear. He can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't. That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. Oh, that poor child. What do you mean? Could it be the only other character that is underaged? That poor child, who are you talking about? Nobody. Please, it was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look on her face, it definitely shouldn't. I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a vital clue. Are you worried about... Who are you worried about?
Judge Gobble.
Who are you so worried about, and where are they? My apologies, I simply cannot tell you that. Time to deploy my clue. Poor child's missing, aren't they? So, this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them. And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that the person is a minor. I can't answer. I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. I'll need a clue if I... Oh. Pursue this line of questioning further. I should try another tact for now. So I do need to ask if you're worried about Taurosaurus? Okay. This person you're so worried about, is it Taurosaurus? I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Taurosaurus. I guess we need to do this because we're going to prove that the kid that she's talking about is Sean, so he's related to Taurosaurus. Okay, yeah. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where a half-built film set on an empty lot. Is there something wrong with where he died? It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. No, that's not true at all. It's just the film sets are a place where dreams are made. And instead, a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared that with the cast and crew. Your crew member found him. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No, why did this have to happen? Something about the Taurosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think it might prove to be a valuable clue. Okay, now we can do Who Are You Worried About? And now we click through this, because we did this part. Can't answer, I won't. No bearing, it's time to deploy my clue. It's someone from the movie, isn't it? You seem to be very sensitive every time I mention Taurosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? How did you... You're usually cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You'll figure out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I am so worried about, the person I am desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean? But why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Okay. Or is he your son? Or is it, okay, your little kid brother? I don't know. He's probably a little old to have a kid brother, but who knows? Judge Gavel, you said that you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give up it voluntarily, we'll have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. Are you a fan? Are you a fan of Sean, perhaps? Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. Okay. I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where it was and some of the other important details. I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set. Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today. Verity. You're so bad at lying, which makes sense considering your name, but we wanted Verity to love us, but has she already loved? It's okay. I'm okay with Verity having loved another already. Did you hear that from Sean himself? You make it sound like you heard it from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean. And now we know that she's spoken of him. That's an important clue. Do you know him? Do you know Sean personally? He is famous. I doubt that there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. Then you clearly needed better information. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him. Okay, let's bide. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Look, I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. Time to deploy my clue. But you've spoken to him. I can understand you being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which surely means that you know him personally. How did I give it away so much? So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. Do you know where he is? We are trying to find Sean too. Do you have an idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way. Time to deploy my clue. It's not Edward's fault if Sean had good taste. It wasn't a Steel Samurai movie. Edward would have known all about him. Yeah. You're very much connected. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that it does. Nah. Please, Judge Gabble, you have to help us try to find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The goddess of justice. By the one person who knows where he is. The person who kidnapped him? Well, at last, the puzzle piece is finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it, he's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Cabell, I need you to tell me the truth, all of it. Very well. This time, I will tell you everything. Your intuition is correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But what does that have to do anything to do with you? Sean is... He's my son. Oh, he is her son. What? Well, we may not have found out what she and the President Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate, nonetheless. Mind chess. Checkmate. Okay, sure. I'm gonna be realistic here. I need to stop, I think. It's so short. I wanted to stream longer, but I am so tired, apparently. I cannot even. Okay. But at least we made some progress in the case. We know that Sean is Farady's son. And Eddie and Francisca are counting on us. Still a good stream. Rest up. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so, like, out of it. But at least there's some progress. I will beat this game yet. All right. Until I'll talk to y'all later. We found out Verity's a mom, which explains why she's been so likable. It's true. Bye.